Hi, I'm Diane Kometa, and today on Dishin with Di, I'm going to show you how to make my spinach artichoke dip. This is a classic American dip. It's really nice and creamy and loaded with flavor. So let's get started on Dishin with Di. So I'm chopping up some artichokes. And these aren't just plain old artichokes, these are marinated artichokes. And what I did first was drain them off, and then I just kind of rough chopped them. And that is where this dip is going to get a lot of flavor. Speaking of flavor, we have some other ingredients here. So other main ingredient is of course our spinach. This was frozen spinach, and I thawed it out and then I drained it. So that was chopped. If you buy regular, just make sure you give it a chop. Then we have some finely chopped onion, some minced garlic, lemon juice, and some hot chili sauce. So those things combined are really going to give this dip some oomph. Then we need the creamy components. Softened cream cheese, some sour cream, Parmesan cheese that's grated, some Colby Jack cheese that's shredded, and also some mozzarella cheese that's shredded, and some half and half. Put all this stuff together, and this is going to be one heck of a dip. So what I'm going to do now is get over to the stove and get everything started. I have a pan heating over medium heat, and I'm adding in some olive oil and a little pat of unsalted butter. I'm just going to let that butter melt in there. And I also preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and I lightly greased a 1-quart shallow casserole dish. So you can also use a pie plate for this. Now this is all melted, and I'm going to add in my onions. Now you want to season that with a little bit of salt and some freshly ground black pepper. I'm just going to cook these for about 5 minutes until they become nice and soft. My onions are nice and soft, and now I'm putting in my chopped spinach. I just reduced the heat to medium-low. And what we're going to do here is just sprinkle just a little tiny bit of salt and pepper on this. And then we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes. And you just kind of want to toss it and combine it with the onions. And you're just trying to partially cook the spinach at this point. Now that my spinach is cooked, I'm going to add in that minced garlic. Mix this through and then cook this for about 30 seconds to a minute, no longer than that. You just want it to become nice and fragrant. So now that's been cooking for a little bit. It really smells incredible. And I have my half and half here. So I'm going to kind of slowly pour this in. And now we're starting on the creamy stuff. Now I'm going to throw everything else in there. So I have the sour cream, and that's going to add a nice creamy texture and a little bit of tang to this. And then we have the cream cheese, which we know that's going to make it nice and creamy. We're going to throw in the Parmesan cheese, and then our mozzarella and Colby Jack. We don't want to forget about our hot sauce. This is going to add a nice spike of flavor. Not too much though, because that stuff will knock your socks off. Now I'm just going to mix this all through until it's really well combined. Just try to get that cream cheese so it really smooths out and it kind of melts into the mixture. All right, there's what you're looking for. It's nice and creamy, and everything is kind of really melted in there. And now we're going to add in our artichokes. So just put those right on in. And now you're just going to add a nice little squeeze of that fresh lemon juice. Not too much. You don't want it to be lemony, but it adds a nice little, ooh, did I get you with that? Adds a nice little fresh boost of flavor in the background. So just mix this whole thing together. Now I'm just going to give it a little taste. And at this point, you want to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. For me, I think it's spot on, but you be the judge and you season it how you like. Now, we're going to take this whole mixture and we're going to pour it into our prepared baking dish, just like so. Oh boy, look at that. Just spread that out nice and evenly. And then you want to just grab a little bit of extra Parmesan cheese. And this is optional, but I like to just throw a little bit extra right on the top here, just like this. Now I'm going to take this baby, put it in the oven for about 15 minutes or until it becomes nice and hot and bubbly. And then we're going to dig in. And this is how I like to serve it, with some nice toasted baguettes, toasted pitas, and some blue corn tortilla chips. So I'm going to dig into this bad boy. I'm going to try it on the baguette here. So good. I also have these little petite toasts. I don't know if you could see those. Those are so cute. Look, little tiny toast squares. I could eat this for dinner. It's like a little spinach artichoke sandwich. The recipe is on my website, dishinwithdi.com. And I hope I made your life a little easier, more enjoyable, and delicious.